Today on Rappler, Philippine businessman Henry C. is in talks with an Australian and a Macau gambling tycoon for a casino deal in Manila. American automaker Ford, the only remaining auto exporter in the Philippines, will shut down its assembly plant in Laguna. And Spanish-era maps bolster the Philippines' claim over Scarborough Shoal.
Hello, I'm Chai Hofilenia, sitting in for Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. The Philippines' richest businessman is in talks with an Australian billionaire and a Macau gambling tycoon for a casino deal in Manila. Australia's James Packer and Macau's Lawrence Ho are in a deal with Sea to build a $1 billion casino resort in the upcoming Pagcor Entertainment City. The deal is another vote of confidence in Manila as a casino investment destination. Packer is one of the world's billionaires. He is behind Crown Limited, which owns 2 casinos in Australia, and a stake in a joint venture in Macau. Packer and Ho have a casino joint venture called Melco Crown Entertainment, which holds around 15% of the market in Macau. He is the son of Macau casino mogul Stanley Ho. He faces a lawsuit from his father, who is fighting for control of his casino empire. The reported deal among the three positions the Philippines as an upcoming major gaming destination in the region. American automaker Ford says goodbye to assembly operations in the Philippines. Ford ASEAN President Peter Fleet says the company will close down its Laguna assembly plant due to lack of economies and a small supply base. The car maker will just import completely built units. Ford is the Philippines' only auto exporter. Since 1999, it has been assembling several models locally for export to affiliates in the region. Today, it only produces the Ford Escape at its Laguna plant. Fleet says the last of the Ford Escape rolls out by the end of the year. Several old maps support the Philippines' claim that Scarborough or Panatag Shoal is part of its territory and not China's. The disputed area was under Spanish colonial sovereignty as far back as 1734. The oldest map, Carta Hydrográfica de las Islas Filipinas by Spanish cartographer Pedro Murillo Velarde, includes a space designated as Panacot or Bajo de Masinloc off the coast of Zambales. The 4 maps that feature Scarborough Shoal are part of an exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum of Manila. Scholar and map collector Dr. Leovina Garcia says the maps partly support the Philippine claim over Scarborough Shoal. Chairman of TV5 Media Group Manny Pangilinan says his group would pay cash if and when it acquires GMA Network. All cash. We are talking to 3 major shareholders. Earlier, Pangilinan said he expects a deal with the 3 families controlling GMA7, Gozon, Jimenez, and Duavit to be sealed within the year. The announcement comes amid statements by Ramon Ang, president of rival conglomerate San Miguel Corporation. He is also venturing into broadcast. GMA7's majority owners are reportedly asking for 60 billion pesos. Pangilinan refuses to divulge how much his group is offering. He says if the deal pushes through, GMA7 and TV5 would be united under MediaQuest Holdings but would keep their management and operations divided.
Yeah, all cash. All cash. Well, we're talking to the 3 major shareholders. Should we exceed, as we're likely to exceed, the 35% trigger point for a general offer, then it would require us to make an offer on the same terms to the minorities. We'll have to make a cash offer to the minorities.
The Department of Health says the Philippines is among the top 20 nations with the highest number of women smokers. The findings are based on a study by the American Cancer Society and World Lung Foundation. DOH officials say the number of Filipino male smokers dropped, but the opposite is true for female smokers. The Philippines ranked 16th in female smokers in 2008, up by 10 places from 26th place in 2006. The country now has 3.84 million women smokers. DOH officials say women are increasingly targeted by tobacco firms which promote cigarettes as fashionable. Filipino males, on the other hand, fell from the 6th to the 9th spot in world rankings during the same 2-year span. There are an estimated 17.6 million male smokers in the Philippines as of 2008. China has the highest number of male smokers with 311 million. India is second with 229 million male smokers, followed by Indonesia with 53.3 million. For female smokers, the US is first with 23.6 million, followed by China with 13.5 million and India with 11.9 million. The Department of Trade and Industry is willing to tolerate airlines overbooking flights as long as the carriers do not choose whom to bump off. Trade Secretary Gregory Domingo concedes banning overbooking, quote, would increase the fares. Domingo says airlines should ask for volunteers among the passengers instead of choosing whom to refuse boarding. In exchange, airlines can offer free hotel accommodations and meals for overnight delays and round-trip travel vouchers. Overbooking is among the top passenger complaints in past years. Airlines say this practice is crucial to their business model, which in turn allows them to offer affordable fares. The Trade Department is part of the consultation process for the crafting of the Bill of Rights of Passengers, spearheaded by the Transportation Department to address consumer airline complaints. Parents, alumni, and former teachers protest against a school that requires parents who cannot afford their children's tuition to leave collaterals, much like a pawn shop. Rappler's Paterno Esmaquel reports.
Alumni and former teachers of St. Andrew's School in Parañaque protest what they call an unchristian way of handling finances.
How dare you yell at me?
Protesters show anger over the practice of demanding collateral, such as TV sets and game consoles, from parents who cannot afford their children's tuition.
The school has been victimized in a way, and also with the other issues like the issues of the parents na kinukunan ng prenda. I think we also owe these parents some justice. We are not saying to forgo their debt. What really pains us is the fact that if 14 million can easily be written off, how come the debts of these parents, they have to squeeze blood from stone, so to speak?
St. Andrew's School Director Father Rolando Agustin, however, defends the controversial requirement.
Hindi naman kasi collateral yon. Guarantee lang na babalikan kami kasi medyo nasa financial difficulty ang school. Yun lang. Basta mag-dialogue tayo, magkaroon tayo ng pag-uunawaan, mag-usap tayo. And we will have peace in the name of the Lord.
In an earlier letter to Rappler, Agustin notes students' unpaid accounts have now ballooned to 29 million pesos. He says this rose from only 129,000 pesos in 2005. Through their protest, participants want to raise awareness on their diocese's problems.
Marami nang nangyayari. Kahit sa pulpito, may sinasabi. Tapos pag wala sa pulpito, iba sinasabi.
Heavenly Father, do bless the lady especially, Lord God.
For protesters, these issues strike at the core of their Catholic faith, with trust in their leaders at stake. Paterno Esmaquel, Rappler, Parañaque City.
Pag-asa says Tropical Storm Dindo, international codenamed Oksuri, maintains strength as it moves towards northern Luzon. In its 5 p.m. bulletin, the Weather Bureau says Dindo was last located 430 kilometers east-southeast of Casiguran, Aurora. It is moving towards the west-northwest at a speed of 19 kilometers per hour and is expected to be 190 kilometers east-northeast of Tuguegarao, Cagayan by Thursday afternoon. Areas under public storm warning signal number 2 are Cagayan, including the Calayan and Babuyan group of islands, Isabela, Batanes, Apayao, Kalinga, and Mountain Province. Areas under signal number 1 are Calayan Island, Ilocos Norte, Abra, Ilocos Sur, Aurora, Ifugao, Nueva Vizcaya, and Quirino. Pag-asa warns against flash floods and landslides in low-lying and mountainous areas under storm warning signals. Small sea crafts are advised not to venture out due to very rough seas. Arsonists attacked the Microsoft office in Greece Wednesday, smashing through the entrance with a minivan and setting off gas canisters. Police say 2 or 3 masked men immobilized 2 security guards at around 3:45 a.m., rammed the minivan through the entrance, and set gas canisters on fire. No one was hurt in the attack. The fire and explosion damaged the entrance and ground floor of the building located in northern Athens. Authorities say they're not ruling out an extremist group as being behind the attack. Attacks against diplomatic missions, state offices, companies, and banks are frequent in Greece and blamed on anarchist groups. In April, a group called Revolutionary Action attacked an annex of the Greek Ministry of Administration in Athens. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 4, newly elected Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi plans to appoint a woman and a Christian as his vice presidents. If this happens, it will be the first time a woman or a Coptic Christian will hold a high post in Egypt's executive branch. Morsi is the first Islamist to be elected Egyptian president. The move is meant to dispel fears Morsi's term will bring an end to secular traditions. Morsi says, quote, "I am today a president to all Egyptians." At number 5, a recent poll shows incumbent U.S. President Barack Obama leading Republican candidate Mitt Romney 47% to 44%, a lead well within the margin of error. Survey results hardly moved this month as Obama led over Romney 47% to 43% last month. At number 8, action in Euro 2012 football heats up with the final 4 teams, Germany, Spain, Portugal, and Italy, ready to battle it out for the crown. The first match is set today between longtime rivals Spain and Portugal. Spain is looking for its 3rd title, while Portugal is counting on Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best football players in the world, to help them win their first European football championship. At number 9, Apple's iTunes Store officially launches in 12 Asian countries. Customers now have access to Apple's 28 million song catalog. Songs are priced at 42 pesos each with no copy protection. Japan was the first Asian country to have access to the iTunes Store, but China, Apple's fastest growing market, is not included in the launch. And at number 10, London's Big Ben gets a new name. The iconic landmark will be renamed Elizabeth Tower to commemorate the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. Technically, Big Ben is the name of the huge bell at the top of the tower, but it's been widely used to refer to the tower itself. The decision follows a petition by lawmakers to rename the tower. A similar honor was bestowed upon Queen Victoria, the only other British monarch to celebrate a Diamond Jubilee. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Google is teaching computers to mimic the learning process of the human brain. Researchers think computers programmed to mimic neural connections would learn to recognize common objects. The artificial brain is made up of 16,000 processors and 1 billion connections in Google data centers. It was shown YouTube images for a week to see what it would learn. One of the artificial neurons ended up responding strongly to pictures of cats. Researchers Jeff Dean and Andrew Nang say the computer discovered for itself what a cat looks like without being told what a cat was. Dean and Nang say there's a long road ahead for the technology since an adult human brain has around 100 trillion connections. That's Rappler's Newscast for today, Wednesday, June 27, 2012. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter. I'm Chai Hofilenya. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.